All right. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Well, nobody's here yet. But what's up, every person that's gonna be here? We're live. We got no viewers, but we are live. Hopefully we get some viewers here. If not, that's okay. What's up? What's up? How's everyone doing? How's my one person doing? Who is he? Who are you? Who just joined in with me? Never mind. You're gone. You're gone. Well, that's okay. That's okay, guys. So, anybody who's hanging out with me right now, hey, what's up, Rosie? What's up, Rosie? How you doing today? Hope you're doing well. I'm drinking plenty of water. So, right now, oh yeah, well, this is my behind the scenes. Ooh, and that is my email. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm doing a little bit of research for a video I'm working on. It's going to be another top 5 video with the top 5 projects that I think are going to be blowing up here in 2022. I am doing great. Thank you so much for asking. I hope you're doing wonderful as well. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing, and I'm gonna start this off with CryptoBats. If you haven't already heard, CryptoBats is basically a NFT project that Ozzy Osbourne is working with. So just basically for that reason, it's caught my attention. So I want to check it out in more detail. So basically what I'm going to be doing is going through exactly what I do to compile all the information that I present to you guys in these videos. So as I'm going along, I'm going to be keeping an eye on the chat. Just let me know if you have any questions. If you have a specific project you want me to check out, happy to do so. Anybody, I've done a live stream similar to this about a week ago, and we had some really cool people hopping in, checking things out. We're just hanging out, nothing really structured or planned. So yeah, just let me know if you have any questions, if you have any projects you want me to check out. Like I said, I'm going to be starting with CryptoBats. So, okay. Let's just not go through all my junk. So, as we get closer to the minute, we have a list. So I like that. This is the Ozzy Osbourne, 5.3 million followers. Holy crap, it's huge. Probably nothing. Okay, this is great. This is great. And boom, got up to 35,000. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's see what we need to do for whitelist. What do we need to do for the whitelist? Okay, so this looks like a very normal, a very achievable whitelist to get onto. So I'm personally going to go ahead and try doing it. So basically, let's see here. I'm going to go founder, team, whitelist, roadmap. Community. These are all the big ones. I'm just gonna call Ozzy Osbourne. He's gonna be the founder, even though I know he's not technically the founder. Well, yeah, we'll just do that. So, appreciate you hanging out with me, Rosie. I assume that's you. And again, just let me know if there's anything that you want me to look into specifically for you while we're hanging out together. So, NFT teacher. So, bronze giveaways. Okay, cool. Team, that's what we want. Sutter Systems. What is Sutter Systems? Sutter Health. But what about Sutter Systems? So not a doxed team. Oh, cool. Well, I appreciate you hanging out. It's going to be a slow one, you know. I'm just really going live while I hang out. I just got off work not too long ago. So not going to be the most exciting one, so my apologies up front for that, but I do appreciate you spending some time here. And yeah, I guess I'm just going to mainly be kind of talking out loud to myself. So, you know, I wish it was a doxed team. Do they have a website? They do have a website. Not a huge fan that it asked me to connect my wallet without even clicking on anything, but that's probably just something with probably nothing of concern. So I want to know their team. You know, it'd be really, really cool if this project did something with like, well, I was going to say music royalties. I'm sure that's probably a pretty hard thing to do for someone like him. World-class team. Oh, here we go. So Sutter Systems is a new NFT studio who have partnered with Ozzy Osbourne to deliver crypto bats. We're a team of entrepreneurs, creatives, and developers who have been working for months to craft something truly special with crypto bats. Common thread, we love NFTs. I love NFTs too. So I'm glad that we have something in common. Let's see if we can find something about this Sutter's Systems. So they have fewer followers. I'm already following them, apparently. I wonder. I'm not. It's not enough concrete information to actually say that this is him. But how do I have a connection? That's weird. But I gotta wonder: is Brandon Sutter somebody who founded Sutter Systems? He's decentralized. He's a decentralized goon like I am. He's an NFT thrill seeker, a DeFi dabbler. Lots, and he's from California. What do we get when we Citra Wood Systems? This sounds like something. Seems like something. Seems like something. Seems like something right here. Okay. James and Joe. Well, hard to say if that's the same people or not. Hard to say. But anyways, I would think this is James NYC. Anything to click on? Nope. Yeah. JC Avatar JC Avatar James something with a C JG Avatar. This is how I do all my crazy research and stuff. Okay. Oh, they're following so many people. Gosh, dang it. I also like to go and... Yeah, I mean, okay, so here's my mentality with it, Rosie, is that, I always like what typically will kick a project off is having a notable member on the team. So, if we look at Crypto Bulls, we had Gal Yosef, a big name artist. If we look at Primate Planet, we didn't even know the artists beforehand, but just the fact that they came from Disney, Marvel, etc., that was enough to fuel the value and the hype around it. And so with this project, my mentality is, having someone like Ozzy Osbourne behind it is enough to kind of boost it up. Now, what the value is going to be, I don't know. I have no clue. And what's the long term going to be, I have no clue. But this is a project that definitely is going to be, in my opinion, one of the larger ones of the first month. And really what we're trying to see is this going to be one of the larger ones of the month? We got a few more on the list. Now, I'm not going to do any repeats. So my last video, I did Interface, Hate Beast, Primate Planet, I believe I had on there. Pixelmon, and see, so I don't want to do repeats, man. I'm constantly looking at so many, I forget which ones I've already made videos about. So CryptoBats is one that I think is going to be notable, but anyways, not a ton of information out there about it, so I'm going to kind of move on. And I'm going to start looking at Metroverse. I think Metroverse is also another really big one. It kind of reminds me a lot of Nanoverse. Which, let's see, am I still... I don't know if I'm still in Nanoverses. No, I'm not. I'm not still in. Welcome, whoever who just joined. I could not pronounce your name, and Voon.fyi, honestly, you're probably just a scammer or a spammer. We don't like you type of people here, if that's what you are. Anyways, rambling. Let's move on from crypto bats. I do think it'll be big. I just don't know. What relevant information is out there. Honestly, I think the only thing I can really say towards crypto bats is the fact that they have Ozzy Osbourne, because it's not like they have the most amazing artwork or anything like that. It's pretty bland. Not bland, but you know what I mean. It's just a freaking pixelated bat. I mean, it's not that good. It's not that cool. Damn, I never understood how people go and get tattoos of these projects, man. That's just crazy. Oh my god, this is hilarious. I don't have my audio turned on. I did. Vincent, welcome to our party here. I did used to buy wax NFTs. Stop this video. I did used to buy wax NFTs. I have no longer I no longer dabble in wax. Actually just last week I went and listed every single one I had for sale because I'd rather hold wax as the cryptocurrency than the NFTs that are built on that blockchain. Um, Honestly, had I just held wax as the cryptocurrency instead of the NFTs, I would be in a much better place right now. I was buying wax back at the beginning of the year around like 7 cents. And I bought a freaking lot of wax at that price and invested it. I think I spent like $4,000 worth, USD on wax NFTs, and now they're maybe worth about 1,000. They've gone down. Hey, ETCH, what's up, dude or girl? CryptoBats, yeah, I really do think that's going to be a big project, mainly because we got Ozzy Osbourne himself. But anyways, Vincent, just to kind of wrap up my train of thought here, the reason I don't like wax NFTs is because they don't have enough attention on them. Honestly, there's so much coming out in the NFT space so every single day. That I, as a human being, don't have enough time and energy to focus on or to look through all of the NFT projects to determine what I'm going to be spending my time on. Wax, Solana, Cardano, those just add to the pile, which is already big enough with Ethereum. And because Ethereum is the king of NFTs, I focus on it. It's where all the whales are at. It's where all the big money is at. All the biggest projects come to Ethereum. I know it has its problems with gas and everything else, of course, but for that reason, I've just decided to focus solely on Ethereum-based NFTs. So that's my thought process there. But anyways, if you have a question about wax, I'd be happy to answer it. I know Joel and Travis are really big. That's actually the first podcast I started listening to because I'm a big podcast guy. That got me into starting to learn about what NFTs are. And obviously I came to find wax through them. They're huge advocates, and the blockchain itself is awesome, which is why I would hold the cryptocurrency. But NFTs on there, I don't know. I have my opinions, but everyone's entitled to their own. Make sure you guys are drinking water. Just a friendly reminder, drink water. So, okay, CryptoBats. CryptoBats is going to be big. I can't speak for the team. I can't speak for the artwork, but I can speak for the fact they got Ozzy Osbourne on it. Was that Jessica? Oh, wait, no. Okay, never mind. Jessica is a designer over at BioPills, if you're familiar with that project. Another really awesome project. They were minted quite a while ago, but they have been doing a phenomenal job of maintaining value and providing holders value consistently. So we gotta love that. Let's really take a look into Metroverse. Metroverse is one that I really want to really dig deep into, see what's going on here. So, about team, experienced entrepreneurs, award-winning designers specialized in isometric design, Yum Gaming, and in fact the idea for the project. Cool. Residential, commercial, industrial, public. Okay. Of all the assets that make up Metroverse are represented as 721 tokens. Engaging in these assets, builders play an in-game currency. MET, game data can be accessed publicly through smart. Okay. I love this project. I love the artwork. I can speak to the fact that I really enjoy the artwork for this project. Let's see if they have some sneak peeks and stuff, because it just looks really, really dang good. Now, the whole idea of like a game being built out of it and trying to add all that stuff up, that's cool. Nothing really exciting there, but oh shoot. Hold on one moment. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, everybody. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of the game is going to be cool and all, but there's just nothing that special about it. Do I have many people on here? I'm debating about. Okay, we got a few viewers on here, so I don't want to leave you guys stranded. Okay, yeah, Nick, appreciate the suggestion there. Let's go take a look at what happened with Primate Planet. Because I honestly haven't been able to focus on it as much as I would have liked to. I didn't have the funds to buy the dip, which I wanted to. So my mic stand's bouncing around. Okay. 1.95. Honestly, I was expecting that to be much higher at this point in time. They revealed last night. I checked it this morning, and it was at a 1.98. I was expecting that to be higher than it is currently. Let's see. 3,000? Holy shit. Okay, that reaction right there, 3,000 items for sale out of an 8K collection, that's like getting close to a 50% list rate, which is super, super, super high. 10% is a good number. A lot of projects have way lower than that. Okay, let's just take a look. Let's take a look at... Take a look over here. Yeah, that's fallen, which makes sense. Okay, yeah. Let's check this out. Crypto Bulls, right? This is an older project, mint at the beginning of December. Only 1,200 items listed for sale right there. You got almost like, 2/3. Just so much listed. And what's the floor looking like? Really what that tells me right there is that a lot of the people who got into this project were wanting to flip it, which is fair enough. They don't have a significant long-term. Yeah, Rosie, I'll get around to Psychedelics Anonymous as well, because I'm a huge fan of that project, but I haven't been paying attention to it recently. That is more of a long-term project in my opinion, as opposed to a quick flip. Primate Planet, though, looks like a lot of people who minted were wanting to flip them. I just say that based off how many items are for sale. But I will say they have a relatively thin floor. I mean, the artwork is sweet. No, I'm a fan of the artwork for sure. But I think the sheer amount of listings is going to make it difficult for Primate to really build that high floor price like we did for Crypto Bulls. There's a ton of volume traded, though. See, they've had so much more volume traded than Crypto Bulls, though, so there's a ton of activity going on. Let's see. Yeah, this floor is getting eaten up. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, which I would imagine, as they should be, right? I mean, the rares should not be at the floor price. By definition, they shouldn't be unless an owner was really silly and doesn't know how to price his NFTs, which is why he should follow me and others to teach him or her. Plenty of females in this community. But anyways, okay, so just kind of like a couple thoughts. One, and I said this in past videos, Nick, I don't know if you're a follower. Primate Planet is a really awesome artwork from an artwork perspective. They're beautiful artwork, but they don't have a long-term vision. They Oh man, and Rosie, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you mind me asking how you got scammed? Was it a DM? Man, I hate to hear that. Was it a DM scam in the Discord or? etch, unless honestly though, like just depending on what you have. Let's take a look. I want to know what number PAP do you have specifically. Let's take a look at yours, because honestly 4 ETH would be a reasonable price if it is one of the more rare ones. And if you want the floor to raise, just give it some time. I'd give it a few more days. I think over the next couple of days the floor price will rise, in my personal opinion. Of course, not financial advice, and I'm not a fortune teller, but I think that the floor price will rise over time just naturally. It'll probably kind of cool off about a week from now. There is a ton of action going on. I mean, 17.6K traded. That is really, really good. Let's see. We had a huge volume spike yesterday. It's dying down. But the average price, etch is, look, like the average price yesterday was 3.5 and today is a little over 3.5. So I think 4 ETH is a perfectly fair price. Let's see what yours looks like. And I'm jealous. I really wanted one of these, so congrats to you for getting one. Ooh, that looks clean. That looks clean. And Nick, I'll check yours out too right after this. That looks awesome, man. Are they rarity rank? Yeah, look. You got top rarity rank 334. Oh my gosh, what? I'm going to check yours out. I wonder if you have it listed. I'm sure you're about to tell me. So if you guys haven't seen this extension I have, Trait Sniper, it gives you a pretty accurate idea of how rare yours is. You have a top 50%er, which as far as I'm concerned is pretty good. It's above average, right? So for Ethereum asking price, here, I'm going to like it for you. The more favorites you have, the better. Because that's going to kind of bring it up in the queue. But this is great. If you really want to get rid of it, Etch and Nick, I would suggest going and posting it in the Discord and just shouting it out, being like, yo, I got a top 50%er for ETH, whatever have you. Oh my gosh. Nick, I'm excited to go and check yours out. Another little bit of marketing advice would be like list it at like 3.999 or something like that. In the head, it does a lot psychology. It does a trick where people are going to look at it and see it a little bit cheaper. There's probably going to be a bunch of monkeys at 4 Ethereum. So when they're looking, if someone has a price range where they're like, yeah, I can drop 4 Ethereum on it, they're going to take a look at what can I get for 4 Ethereum. So rarity is absolutely one of those. If you drop it just like even a very slim amount, that could help your chances of getting it sold. Posting a link in Discord also helps too. But I think that is a reasonable price for this one. 3.54 ETH seems good. Let's just see. Did you mint this? Yeah, nice. Elon Musk, man, I feel like I've seen you around somewhere, maybe on Discord, but who knows? Okay, Nick, let's check yours out real quick. But Edge, honestly, I think that's a fair price. I think the higher priced NFTs are going to take a little bit more time to sell, just no matter what. And then look, hold on, I just also want to reference one thing. I saw here. Okay, this one just sold for 4.2. Let's see what it looks like. Like, what are people buying at that price range? Okay, so that's top 1,000 rarity. So maybe at this moment it's a little bit high priced, but look, someone paid 5 Ethereum. I know it's hard to see on my screen. Someone paid 4.99 Ethereum for rank 2300, and yours is 3600 or something, right? It's very close. But right now, with all this craziness going on, people aren't going to be buying. So, like, we're only one day out from reveal. People are just, like, massively trying to list theirs because they're afraid that the floor is just going to keep plummeting. They're going to try to get rid of it really quickly. And so, for that reason, you're going to see rare NFTs being sold for kind of poor pricing, like, not necessarily what they're valued at. Oh, my God. Someone here. Nick, man. Yeah. Just be patient. Give it a week. Give it a week at least. Now, I would say at the end of 1 week, you should try to get rid of it. That's me. Don't do what you want to do, please. But I think this project is going to follow Crypto Bull Society, in that, like we saw a little bit of a run up and then the reveal happened. It dipped. Dude, that's crazy. I want to find that sale. But we saw a little bit of a run up. Then the reveal happened. We saw this major dip, and then boom, it ran up like 3-4 times the floor price that it was pre-reveal, which is not normal. But that took like 5 days to do. So yeah, give it some time. But then after the week on Crypto Bull Society, we started seeing floor price dip again. Because you minted, if I was you, hold out, get that 4 Ethereum for yours, and then maybe if you want to, buy back in when the floor dips back down, or buy like a 2 Ethereum one, pocket 2 Ethereum for yourself, profit, invest another 2 into it, or just save it for the next project, Hape Beast is going to be a huge one. If you could snag one for 2 Ethereum, I think that would be a steal all day long. Okay, Nick, I haven't forgotten about you. Let's go take a look at yours, because I really want to see what you got. So you have... Yeah, I'm hoping so too. Maybe you can describe to me, why are they calling it a Roadmap 2.0? They didn't have a Roadmap 1.0, at least from what I saw. I mean, that was my big issue with this project, is they don't have any long-term utility, and they should have had that well before mint and been able to advertise on it, and they didn't. They just kept saying, like, all I really saw was, we are going to do something for those people who hold, like, you will want to see what's in storage, so hold, and blah blah blah. It's like, you got to give me an actual concrete reason. Okay, Nick, you have 1303. Good, you ain't even listed it. Damn, bro. That is sick. Man. I'd list it at 15 Ethereum and call it a day. Be a rich man. Someone just accepted a 12 Ethereum offer on Rarity 600. So, dude, like, you got a freaking... That is crazy. Also, Rosie, I saw your stuff, man. I'm so sorry that you got scammed via your DMs. I hate seeing that. It is so unfortunate. The scammers out here are smart. They're good at what they do, unfortunately. So I'm really sorry about that. And I do hope that you can find an opportunity to make some of that money back. And if not, just grind out the whitelist. Just grind out a whitelist spot on some of these other projects that we're covering: CryptoBats, Hate Beast, CO1, Oxia Origin, Pixelmon. I mean, there's so, and that's the thing about right now. Yeah, Nick, yours is freaking amazing. That's the thing about right now, is that, when I got into the space back at the beginning of May of this past year, there was more crap than there was good projects. And now it's like, there's still a lot of crap out there, but there's so many good projects. It's not, the hardest thing nowadays is not finding a project that's going to be very successful, but rather, it's getting on the whitelist or getting an opportunity to actually mint one of those NFTs from the beginning, because that's the hardest thing for sure. Did you hear? I don't think it'll be at 2. I think it'll be a lot higher than that, like 10, 15 Ethereum. Yeah, price action for Hate Beast, in my opinion, I think right off the bat, we're going to see some poor person list theirs at like 5 to 7 Ethereum. It's going to get swallowed up extremely quickly. I think 10 Ethereum is a safe bet on the first couple days. And after that, like, this is such... I've never seen a project like Hate Beast. I don't think there ever has been a project like Hate Beast in regards to the amount of attention and hype and interest in that NFT. It's going to be in its own class. In my opinion, in the long term, throughout 2022, it's going to become the next Bored Ape Yacht Club, because I think it has some notable artists behind it. It has the community. It has the attention it needs to do so. Except for they look so good. I mean, nobody can argue. They look better than Bored Ape Yacht Club. Same style, same vibe, but they look so much better. And for that reason, I think they are going to hit a very similar level of Bored Ape Yacht Club, if not surpass them. So it's anyone's guess. I think 10 Ethereum is going to be a minimum floor that we will see after mint. I'm really excited to see it. And another thing that's going for that is that there's not going to be paper hands. Yeah, it's going to change my life. 100% it's going to change my life. Are you kidding me? Like, oh my God, it's going to change my life. And that's why I'm so excited for it. This 2022 is going to be a huge year, and it's happening in the very first month, which is just absolutely amazing. I'm stoked. I'm stoked for it. But yeah, I mean, normally, you know, what holds floors down, like with Primate Planet, for example, Nick, I'm going to like yours too, man. Is that there's so many people who are willing to quickly flip it and take that profit, which how can you blame them when they're taking thousands of dollars worth of profits? I mean, this is people like me, like everyday people, like we don't have this amount of money is life-changing. But with Primate, the people who got in, one, they could mint 2 of them so they can sell one and still have one, and that's fine. But 2, the whole project, it wasn't rushed, but I mean, we're talking the very first day of the Discord to minting less than a month. And now you look at Hate Beast, and we're going 2.5 months strong, 3 months before, from the start of the project to the actual mint date, 3 months. They have been so patient. People have been working so hard to get that whitelist spot. It is by far the hardest whitelist spot to have gotten, in my opinion. And it's just such a long thing coming, right? So anyways, for those reasons, I don't think we're going to see paper hands just quickly flipping. I know it's going to take a lot for me to be willing to sell mine. A lot. And I may not even sell it at all. My thing about it is that at all times I want to at least have one in my wallet. I don't want to be without one. I'm really hoping that I get a rare one like Nick did with this freaking amazing looking one. That way I can sell it for a price that allows me to buy a couple more off the floor. Like Nick, right now you got a rare one, top 10%. 334. That is amazing. If I was you, and this is just me, you do what you want. I'd list this thing for 14, 15 Ethereum. If I can sell it, that'd be amazing. Take 5 Ethereum, buy a couple Primate Planets off the floor, and sit happy with my 10 Ethereum, $40,000 worth of profits. I do have a whitelist spot for Hate Beast, which is why I know I say it's going to change my life. I'm extremely excited for that. So yeah, I do have a whitelist spot. Okay. So that's where we're at. Nick, awesome, and Etch, both of you guys have some really nice looking primates, and you know I think it's a big thing that it has that both of you guys have the top 50%. Right now we have a lot of craziness going on. I think over the next few days we'll see things settle down and people really spending the money on the rarer ones of the collection. So we'll start taking a look at Psychedelics Anonymous as per Rosie's request. Otherwise, if you guys have any other projects you want me to take a look at, please let me know. I'd be happy to do that. But for now, like I say, we will take a look at Psychedelics Anonymous. I will say right off the bat, I love this team. This is a long-term hold for me because they are really business first, and I like that. I think a lot of projects are coming out here just trying to ride the momentum of the NFT space and make some quick money. This is a company more than it is a project, and they've made that so clear and have done an excellent job executing on it. Yeah, I mean, Nick, just by the way, I don't even want to tell anybody. I'm just saying, like, if it was me, that's what I personally would do. But I may be completely wrong. That might not be the right thing to do. You know, I just don't want to say something that makes you decide to do something that ultimately you regret. I'm just saying, that's what I would do, me personally. That's it. I'm just a random guy who likes NFTs. I'm not an expert of any sorts. So anyways, let's move on. So Psychedelics Anonymous, super cool. I love the project that they're going with. A lot of charity work being done here. It's amazing. They have a legitimate purpose behind them. That floor price hurts me. Yeah, I mean, transparency is so key. It is so key. Which is one of my hiccups with CryptoBats is that the team isn't doxed. The only person we know is Ozzy Osbourne, and how freaking incredible is Ozzy Osbourne? I mean, it's super cool that a big star like that is involved in the project, but man, if he was managing the team, I would not feel too confident in that team. So I would like to know what level-headed business-minded individuals are running that project to give me some more confidence in it. But again, that is a great example of a project that'll likely do well purely because they have a celebrity that's headlining it. Okay, but yeah, I love how the Psychedelics Anonymous team, we know exactly who they are. Lewis Gale, aka Vultura.eth, the CEO and founder of it. He is phenomenal. 86 years of business experience spread across the team. There's only 7 people on the team. That's more than 10 years of business experience per member. Absolutely solid team. And again, utility driven. That's important. It's so important. So, man, this hurts me because I bought one at 0.5 and sold it at like 0.7 because there was like a 3-day period where we were just very like stagnant in the price. And then all of a sudden it dipped down and flew up. Oh, NFTs, man. NFTs. What a roller coaster ride of emotions. But this is great. Let's see what they're going on in their Discord. I haven't peeped in here. Actually, I'm really curious about all these other ones too, because these were sitting really cheap beforehand. I mean, this project also did an amazing job at, they broke their utility up into 4 different NFTs. That is so important because, you know, like Lewis was saying, Vultura.eth was saying in one of his Twitter spaces, every person is going to derive value. Like, you can't have a blanket utility, right? So like the real world events is a great way to explain it. If they have an event in Sydney, Australia, I'm sorry, I can't get there. Even if I have a ticket, to get to Sydney or whatever, or into the event itself, I can't get to Sydney. I can't take off work and buy a flight and all that. I can't do that. So yeah, that's a form of a utility for the NFT, but it's not really much of a utility for me as an individual. And so I love how Psychedelics broke their utility up. So if you are someone who lives in a major city and can attend an event, buy this one. If you're someone who is going to be more metaverse focused, won't be able to get to the big cities, buy this one. If you want merch, buy that one. That's awesome. And I'm calling it now. It's obvious. A lot of projects that are coming out in the next couple months are going to be adopting that style, especially the ones that are going to be claiming to be utility driven. Meta Eagles Etch. I've talked about this one a handful of times in my previous videos. If you haven't already, go and check those out. However, I will still give you my thoughts and opinions on it. I think it's going to be big. And I don't want to talk too much about it only because I've talked about it so many times before and I don't want to bore any of my audience and stuff. So first things first, Meta Eagles is going to be big. Gal Yosef, he's already proven himself with Crypto Bull Society. So I know he's going to be good. This is actually his project as opposed to him just being hired as the artist for another project, which is an important differentiation or whatever. I am curious, are they going to be like this form of 3D model the way Crypto Bulls were, or is it going to be this form of, is it going to be like a video that we get? I don't know but I do have a couple, not issues, but some criticism to give this project and everything that goes along with it. So first and foremost, the freaking level whitelist, come on, leveling up and just chatting and bullshitting in the chat. I'm not a fan of that. That just promotes spam, not genuine engagement, and you're really just rewarding people for typing messages. I'd rather not see that. Is what it is. A lot of people do it. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. But here's really, really my criticisms. 1, this artwork looks exactly like Crypto Bull Society if they were eagles, which makes sense. It's the same artist, but they do look so similar. Yeah, I saw that they got hacked, and that was concerning, and I want to know more about that. But gotta be. So I made a video a little bit ago about staying safe in the NFT world, and one of the things I said is to periodically go through and disconnect old sites from your wallet because they stack up, and because you never know if a website or a Discord can get hacked and your wallet's already connected. So there's something to safeguard yourself. But yeah, the level whitelist, it's like whatever. I can hate on them all I want. It is what it is. A lot of projects do that. It's just not, in my opinion, it's not a very genuine form of giving out whitelist spots. I like how Hape Beast did it best. They're hand-picking. They kind of set that whole strategy. Primate Planet followed suit. Cryptables followed suit. I think that's a better way to do it. It's a much more difficult way of getting the whitelist, but at the end of the day, you make sure that those NFTs get in the hands of people who are genuinely invested and care about the project. So grind it out, my man. Grind it out. I totally feel you. But my main criticism is that this artwork looks very similar to Crypto Bulls, and if he continues to pump out collections that has this similar vibe, from a basic supply and demand perspective, they cannot continue to hold their value, because it's really cool and all that he's a big contemporary artist and whatnot, but having a ton of the same looking NFTs, at the end of the day, people are going to get tired of it, and it's not going to carry the same ooh cool, it's Gal Yosef type vibe. And yeah, I also, yeah, Rosie, go and disconnect sites, any site, because look, if like any site you're not actively using, you can always go and reconnect your wallet to a website. It's super easy. It doesn't cost any money, but you just don't want to be vulnerable. And I don't even think if a website got hacked and you had your wallet connected, it would be much of an issue. I don't think it would be, but just in the case that it is, you don't want to be left vulnerable. So anyways, getting back to Galliverse, I think over the course of time, he's going to oversaturate the market, and the price point of each of his collections will start dropping. I think that's inevitable. Supply and demand works like that. If you increase the supply of whatever we're talking about, and the demand even just stays the exact same, the value is going to diminish. If you're increasing supply, you have to increase the demand alongside of it. Otherwise, value will hurt. So that's one of the issues. And I've just noticed a lot of repetitiveness with Gal. So another kind of thing on that same topic is this. Okay, let's look at this, right? Say the NFTs look like this. That would be great, because that kind of breaks the whole mold of like what we're used to with Gal Yosef from Crypto Bulls. But that animation and everything right there, tell me, it's obvious, but tell me that does not look exactly the same as this. It's just an eagle this time. I gotta find it. This is old. This is like right when they first came out. Tell me he didn't take the wings. It's like, for anybody who hasn't already seen this right here is the NFT he created alongside Steve Aoki and sold at Sotheby's back in October of this past year for $214,000. It was his first ever NFT, is what got him into the space. After this sale and this auction took place, he then went and made Crypto Bull Society. So tell me that he didn't just like find and had this NFT first and foremost and was like, if I made my own NFT collection, and like, what animal could I make, and I could just take some of the work I've already done. Eagles, right? Tell me those wings don't look exactly the same. Let's just see how close of a comparison. Like, so similar. He's just making a lot of very similar artwork, and I just don't think the value is going to hold up in the long term, or like if he keeps doing it. But even that being said, I think this project is still going to be really, really good, and that's the thing. It's going to be valuable. It's just one of the criticisms I have about Gal and his collections. They're all starting to look the same. It looks like he's borrowing from previous work. I'm not going to say lazy. I'm going to say he's borrowing, whatever, It's not a good thing. You know what I was really excited for from Galliverse? Now you can't even see Galliverse anymore. But what I was really stoked for was the Galley Monsters project, which I don't even think he has any sneak peeks of it anymore. Yeah. You can't even find the Galley Monsters project that he was going to come out with. Now that right there was going to be awesome. That was going to be so cool, because one is totally different from Crypto Bulls and the other artwork he's created in the past, so it's something fresh, But also, he was going to be using an ERC 1155 token for that project, which has now been put on the back burner. In my opinion, it's because of copyright issues, but we'll get into that. But essentially, it was a Pokemon-inspired NFT collection. Like I said, there were going to be 1155 tokens. If you're unfamiliar with the token standards, someone just leave a comment. I can go and just really briefly explain the difference between 721 and 1155. But the way he was going to do it all was very unique. It was something that I have not seen yet in the NFT space as a whole. And I thought that was going to be super cool. You were going to mint a booster pack, and then you could then open that booster pack, and you'd have 3 random cards. There were going to be 25 Galley monsters, aka Pokemon, that you could receive, and 6 rarities of each of those 25. And it was just going to be really cool. Hate Beast I'm excited for because it's going to change my life financially. That project I was basically the most excited for because it was going to be like I was thrown back into my childhood, ripping open a Pokemon card pack, hoping I got some rares. It was going to be really awesome. But like I say, it got put on the back burner, and I think it's copyright issues. They never said that, but they were directly ripping off or copying Pokemon characters. And funnily enough, and I said this in my last live stream, but it's 2 hours, so I don't expect you guys to go and watch that. I reached out to Eden Gallery, which is the art house, which basically lists and they hold all of Gal Yosef's artwork. And I reached out to them as if I was like a collector wanting to buy a physical piece of art from them, and had some questions for them. And one of the questions I asked was, I'm a little concerned that he is using like Nintendo's and Pokemon's like characters. How... Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough that he does that. I'm just saying that over the course of time, the value of his NFTs isn't going to persist the same way it has if they're all remakes of the same thing. But yeah, anyways, he was ripping off Pokemon characters. They told me that Pokemon would be happy to have such a big name artist using their works in his artwork. And I'm just kind of like, nah, that's not really how that works, because they make a lot of money off of licensing and copyright. Like they have licensing to use that copyrighted material, and they sell those licenses to businesses that are wanting to make pieces of art or t-shirts or whatever and use that intellectual property they have created. And having a big name artist selling works of art for hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever, using their stuff, I'm sure they'd want a piece of that pie. So anyways, I was really stoked about Galliverse when he had the Galley Monsters project, and that is now Meta Eagle. And I think Meta Eagle will be really big and good. It'll be very similar to Crypto Bull Society. It's just that would be my main criticism of it. But yeah, I mean, there is no tiger. Like, I totally feel you. Like, all respect to that he's recycling his old stuff. It's just that's my opinion. I don't think it's going to hold its value over the course of time. Or like if he comes out with a third collection and it's like the turtles or something, and they all are these high resolution turtles in the same portrait like orientation and everything, it's like they're not all going to hit 4 or 5 Ethereum the way Crypto Bulls did. It's just going to be each time, I think it's going to be a smaller spike, maybe not, but that's my opinion on it. So Earn and the merge, I'm very curious about what's been going on, because I haven't taken a look and seen. Last I saw, I haven't seen any community votes. Let's make sure I'm not missing any, because I do own one. Yeah, we haven't had any votes recently. I want Pac. I want Murat. There we go. So I'm curious. So I'm very curious. Like, what I want to know is if he has released the leaderboard that he was talking about releasing, and if he's also released what. Yeah, he hasn't done anything with his website. I also want to know if he's released like the utility for the alpha holder. I'm almost positive Earn the internship DAO still owns the alpha merge. and I don't believe that we've gotten any updates as far as what that gives us. I know at the beginning there were exclusive NFTs or whitelists or all sorts of different things thrown out there, which is why we all rushed to kind of become the alpha. So Rosie, honestly, I don't know what's going on with that. Honestly, they've held their value pretty good. Anything that's going, oh look, it's appreciating in value. Yeah, he's an artist, and I'm sure he's taking his time. I'm glad that the internship has NFT has held its value. It's what we're probably 3 weeks, maybe a month. God, time moves so freaking fast in the NFT space that's like this feels like a year ago, even though I know it's probably only a few weeks ago. But something to hold its value at that level is pretty good. Also, ignore my crappy NFT collection. Really, these are all the only NFTs left are the ones that I'm not big a fan on of. I know that sounds weird. Hopper is an interesting one. I wouldn't recommend anybody go and buy this necessarily. But I was hanging out in the Hate Beast voice chat, and we found these, and we're like, honestly, I mean, the artwork is there. These feel like they could be more valuable than this, so we all bought some. But that was just kind of a stupid investment. Nothing worthwhile. But yeah. Q1 technically, right, is all the way through March. So I'm sure it will come out, the mechanic behind the alpha and stuff. I'm sure it will come out in Q1. It's just when is that going to be? And I think things are going to stay fairly stagnant and slow until he does release the mechanic. And what I'm really going to be interested in is how the internship DAO handles whatever the mechanic is. So like if we get an NFT or if we get access to mint an NFT, can we do that as a DAO? Yes, we can. But then do we fractionalize the NFT that we mint? Excuse me. Or like what happens then? That is what I'm really curious about. And I know we'll figure out a good solution to share in the assets that we own and in the utility that we receive from owning Alpha. But that right there is going to be a very interesting thing to see play out. And that's what I'm looking forward to. Otherwise, I'm just chilling. I'm just holding my DAO or my internship NFT because I think that's like a nice long-term investment. I minted that one, so it's 0.135-ish. Call it 0.15 after, gas and everything. The investment has appreciated a little bit, but that's one of the few NFTs that I bought purely because of the utility it provides me, less so about it appreciating in value on its own. Because I think that it is going to be very valuable to have even a part ownership of the alpha NFT from the merged collection. So that's all of what you guys have asked about. Is there anything else you guys want me to look into? Otherwise, I'm going to jump into some of these other projects that I have listed out. Like Oxia Origins. I think Oxia Origins is a good opportunity to get in on a whitelist that's not too hard. Some of these things do look sick. I will give them that. Hey Beast. Social media. Oh my gosh. The first one, there is no tiger. The first one that comes to mind would be V Friends, Gary V's collection, because he said from the beginning that he wants to build the intellectual property of those NFTs into something that's huge. And he has said that he would be more willing to let his media company, VaynerMedia, go bankrupt before he would let the value of those NFTs go to zero. So he is building a lot of intellectual property around those NFTs. They do carry a hefty price tag, and you may not be the biggest fan of him as an individual. But, like I listen to a lot of his podcasts, and in one of the recent episodes just a day or two ago, he was talking about he has certain NFTs in the VFriends collection that he created from day one to represent like t-shirts or sneakers and stuff like that. So to kind of answer the question, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Deadheads is also one that comes to mind when it comes to that whole original story type intellectual property. If you're unfamiliar with them, they're kind of like these skeleton or just kind of like zombie, like little dead head type cartoon style characters. I know that was a bad description, but they're coming out with an animated TV show and video series in which those characters are being used inside of, and the owner of the NFTs that are used in each episode get a little bit of like a little money, or I can't remember how they're doing it. There's a certain mechanic where the owner of the NFTs used in each video gets something from that, and then they also do these really cool things where in each episode that's released, they mint new NFTs, and those get airdropped to holders and stuff. So 2 projects right there, Deadheads and VFriends, that are doing that original story type intellectual property. I think there's a lot of them out there, but that's the thing, is like it takes the right kind of person to actually act on that or make anything of it. You know what I mean? I mean, anybody can say that I'm going to create a story and, you know, you're going to be able to own some intellectual property of a character in there and stuff, but not very many people are going to be able to grow that story into anything that's valuable or relevant. So, you know, I think that's the most important thing. But definitely go and check those projects out if you haven't already to see what's going on. And yeah, that's what I would say to answer that question. Let's take a look at Oxia Origins. And this one, God, I need to get more active. I've been really sleeping on my chatting it up in Discords. I've been so busy. I've really enjoyed doing these live streams. And I agree with you, there is no tiger. I think it will go up too. I think it will go up, especially once the mechanic is revealed, because right now we don't know what we get for being alpha. So it's hard for an investor to justify spending a certain amount of money on it because they don't know what they're buying yet. But once it is defined, I think the value will increase. So I completely agree with you there. So yeah, I need to get on this. Also, so I do YouTube and NFTs in my part-time. I work a full-time job, and I'm working as hard as I possibly can to get myself to a position where I can quit that full-time job and make this my full-time job. I'm hoping to be able to do that in the next couple months or so. Y'all's hanging out here and supporting the channel helps me do that, and I sincerely appreciate y'all's support. Right now, my first goal is to become monetized on YouTube. And there's 2 things that you need to do in order to be monetized, aka get money from people viewing ads on your videos. First thing you need is 1,000 subscribers, which I just hit on December 31st, right before the new year. So that was a huge milestone. Since then, we're already at like almost 1.1. So we've only almost gained 100 subscribers just since then, which is just, we're growing so fast. The second requirement that you need is to have 4,000 hours streamed of your videos. So people have to watch 4,000 hours of your content in a 12-month period in order for you to qualify for monetization. So at the time of recording it right now, we're sitting at exactly 2,000 hours, just under 2,000 hours watched of my content. So we've hit the first mile marker, which is 1,000 subscribers. Now we need to get people watching the videos longer. So I'm going to be trying to do a lot more of these hour-long live streams because that helps out a lot. But I encourage you guys, if you would like to help me get to that point, going and watching some of my old videos. You know, there's still a lot to be learned from those old videos, even if the projects aren't quite as relevant as others right now. So that would help me out a ton. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me anyways, because I love this. And then once thank you, man. Thank you. I just feel like I sit up here and I ramble on and I'm just like, geez, what am I even saying? Like, what the hell? But I really appreciate those kind words. It makes me feel a lot better about myself and me doing this. But once I do get to the point where I can do this full time, I'm going to sit on here and I've decided I'm going to spend an hour a day going live, just so that, because my whole goal, one, I love NFTs and I love this type of thing, doing the research, putting the videos together. I really enjoy it. And that's why I want to make it my full-time thing. But I also love teaching and educating and learning. So I want to, one, teach new people in the NFT space, what everything is going, like what it's about here, what NFTs are, why they're valuable. And I also want to try to prevent people from getting scammed. Like Rosie, I hate hearing that you and so many others get scammed. It's really unfortunate. But I want us all to come together. I want to build a community that we can all uplift each other and we can all become successful in the world of NFTs. There's so many opportunities out there that we don't need a whole, secure our own profits and stuff. There's more than enough money out there for us all to become extremely successful in this space. And I want to help do that and build a community where we can help each other do that. Let me see. Hey man, just found your channel. Thank you so much, Kira McCann. I'm very bad at names, but thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the subscription. Hapes is going to be amazing. And I hope you guys all can get on the whitelist with me, because that's going to be a life-changing event. And honestly, I got a few things in the work, which I can't talk about right now, but I'm really thinking the next couple months, everything is going to be a lot different than it is right now. And hopefully you guys will be able to see a lot more of me. So anyways, let's jump into, I really do want to take a look at Oxia Origin. This is going to be a really cool project. I have suspicions that Oxia Origin and CO1 have a couple common team members. At least the team members have very similar work experience. But this is going to be a really cool project. So let's see what's going on as of recently. Okay. So we got a raffle going on tomorrow. Yeah. Raffle going on tomorrow. How many people are in here? Oh, gosh. There's a lot of people in here. Over 200,000 people in here. Cool. Okay, guys. Well, if you haven't already, set your calendars, set a date, because you want to be in here and you want to register for this raffle that's happening tomorrow at 4 p.m. CET. And we all want to hop in here and we all want to get one of these NFTs. I think it's going to be cool. They are a bit on the pricey side. I mean, 0.3 Ethereum is a lot, but they do carry legitimate team members, which we'll take a quick peek at. The artwork looks really good. Voyager, thank you so much for tuning in. Hell yeah. Okay, so I think that this is just my personal opinion. Just to answer your question, Voyager, anybody who's not seeing the chat, he asked me that he said he just aped into Primate Planet. What is my thoughts about their long-term potential through 2022? So, Primate Planet. I am not the biggest fan of them in the long term, mainly because they haven't explicitly given much long-term utility for holding onto their NFTs. Now, as far as price goes, there's been a ton of activity. And if they follow the same pattern that Crypto Bull Society does, then we will likely see the floor price climb over the next couple days. Now, I don't know what you bought. And if you want to say the number, we were looking up some of the individual apes earlier today. If you want to shout out the numbers of apes that you bought, we can look at them specifically. But look, I don't want to steer you wrong. I personally would, if I bought right now, I would try to be getting out in the next few days when the floor goes higher, because it takes a lot from a project to maintain the floor value for 2-3 weeks, a month, 2 months, and so on. People are very short-sighted in the NFT space. We have short attention spans. Days feel like weeks, weeks feel like months, etc. So, with that being said, what typically happens a couple weeks out from mint is that the attention starts lowering, people are starting to look at this project or that project, all these new projects that are coming out, and they start selling their NFT to liquidate and go ahead and start investing in new projects. It's just what ends up typically happening. Now, you bought at 1.43 ETH. That is a very safe number to have bought at. That's awesome, because sounds to me like you got in on the dip, and I wanted to do that, but I ain't got that money. So I couldn't do that even if I was around to do it. So let's see what you bought. Man, that's a good looking one. I love the artwork. Like, I love the artwork. And you got a nice rare one. So this ranks at about 2,600 in the total collection. That's really good. That is really good. And you bought it. Ooh, nice, man. Nice. I think you did a great job. Honestly, I think you did a great job. If it was me, I mean, I'm not a financial advisor. I have made a lot of mistakes in the past, so I don't want to tell you that this is what you should do. This is what I would do, and sometimes, a lot of the times, I make the bad call. Fair enough. I don't want to act like I'm an expert and I can see the future. But look, dude, if you could get 5 Ethereum for this bad boy, I think that would be a hell of a good amount of profit. And it would be a very safe thing, because what will likely happen, depending on what type of utility they come out with, is that the price will just hit a peak in the next few days or so, and then it'll slowly start to dip down. So I don't know, Voyager, if you saw what happened with Crypto Bull Society, and I've already said it a couple times in this live stream already, but it does not matter. Yeah, get that, man. It's so dope. I found it a couple weeks ago. It's called Trade Sniper. Yeah, it's just an extension that you download through the Google Play Store or the Google Store. Really dope. That one. And then also Super C is another really cool one. This one will calculate the floor value of your entire portfolio, which is really cool. Yeah, Trait Sniper is the one that tells you the rarity ranking and the floor price and stuff. And then Super C is another really helpful one. Those two I would recommend all day long. And there's like a membership that you can get. I don't have it, but you can quick buy, which you can pretty quickly buy things anyways. But yeah, look, you got a good one of the collection. It looks good. It's very rare, all things considered. So yeah, I would say go for it. If it was me, I would try to flip my money, double my money, 2.5 times my money, and then walk away from it and just keep an eye on it, because I think that over the next 3 weeks to a month, the floor price of the apes will die down a bit, mainly because they don't have that long-term utility and people are going to be aping into other things. If I don't know how much money you have at your disposal, but man, like, if I were somebody who doesn't have a Hape list role in the Hape Beast project, I would be trying to get as much liquidity as absolutely possible, something like maybe 10 ETH, something crazy, and any buying opportunity I have for Hape, I would get in. I want to own as many of those as possible, because look, I am not going to be surprised. I'm calling it right now. Mid-2022. Halfway through the year, I will not be surprised if Hape Beast has a 40 to 50 Ethereum floor price. That is total speculation, but it will not surprise me one bit if that happens. And so if I was somebody and I could buy at 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 Ethereum, that's damn good return right there. Oh, Patrick, don't beat yourself up, man. That shit happens all the time. Let me tell you a sad story. And it's close to my heart. Hopefully it makes you feel a little bit better. I really hope it makes you feel a little bit better, because it makes me very sad. And this is okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, and Voyager, like, I don't know if it's going to hit that low. I'm expecting about a 10 Ethereum floor right off the bat. It's going to be expensive. And Etch, Etch, you're still here. Thank you so much for hanging out for so long. I think that's the best game plan there is just get a Hape by any means necessary. I'm very, very passionate about them becoming the next Bored Ape Yacht Club. And Bored Ape Yacht Club right now is sitting at a 60 Ethereum floor. Last I checked a few days ago. And they obviously have certain NFTs selling for just ridiculous amounts of money. So I see Bored Ape, rather Hate Beast being the same one. So Patrick, let me tell you a really sad story, okay? I don't like sharing this because this speaks to how emotions can get the best of us no matter who you are, how experienced you are, and what type of game plan you've created for yourself. So I've mentioned, I don't do this. I do work a full-time job. This is what I do after hours. And I want to do this full time so badly because Crypto Bull Society. So I was whitelisted. I was able to mint 2 of them. Okay. I minted 1. I only had like 0.3, 0.4 Ethereum in my wallet at the time. Yeah, so you're saying if it hits 5 Ethereum, you'll buy another one at 5 Ethereum instead of right now? Because it's an interesting strategy. I wish I had this much money, guys. You guys are making me feel like a broke boy. Just kidding. But just to tell you a little sad song. So Crypto Bulls, I minted 1. I sold it immediately for like 0.6 because I didn't have enough funds to mint my second. I used that 0.6 I earned off that first sale, minted a second one. Great. Now I'm in. I got like 0.4 profit under my belt. I still have a Crypto Bull. I'm a happy man. Okay. 2 days goes by. Okay, my whole game plan, I had been formulating it for a month. I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that floor price build up. And right before they reveal these things, I'm going to sell it. And then I'm going to buy right back in on that post-reveal dip. Because that's how the market typically moves. Well. What happened? They said, and this is why team is so important. Oh, yeah, Patrick, if you can get a Hate Beast for 5 ETH, do it, man. I think that would be a great buy. So what happened with my story here, right? So the team, after minting was over, said it was going to be a 72-hour reveal. They had a countdown set up in the chat. You know, it was saying 72 hours, 24 hours, 12 hours, whatever. It was saying the amount of time until they were to be revealed. So I was like, okay, cool. If the team says they're going to reveal in 72 hours, way back when in the roadmap it said a 48-hour reveal, but now the team is saying it's 72 hours. Multiple team members said this. They have even a countdown going in the Discord. I can feel very confident that the reveal window is to 72 hours, right? So little old me doing my thing. Clean and dryer vents is what I do for my day job. And I'm driving home or getting ready to drive home and pull up Discord, pull up Crypto Bull Society, and then see everyone in the chat freaking out. This is, 24 hours before the reveal was supposed to happen. Everyone's in the chat saying, why are they revealing? Why are they revealing? There's this whole panic. There's this freak out. Everyone's like, they're revealing. What's going on? And I checked the timer. Timer says 24 hours still. According to the Discord countdown, we have 24 hours left. They should not be revealing yet, but they are. And so I'm driving home freaking out because my whole game plan was sell right before the reveal, buy that dip. But I don't have any liquidity to buy the dip now because my opportunity to sell is in the moment slipping away from me because the floor price was like 1.2 Ethereum at that point in time, which is a ton of money for me. I don't have a ton of money. And so, man, I listed at 0.8. The floor is dropping. Floor is plummeting. And at that point in time, a lot of projects didn't bounce back to the floor price that they were at pre-reveal. Normally, the pre-reveal is the top of the peak, and then they go down and stabilize somewhere below that. So that's what I was going off of. That's not the case anymore, and Crypto Bulls kind of broke that trend. But so the floor price is plummeting. I'm driving home. I have a 45-hour drive home, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, damn. I'm missing it. I'm ruining it. Whatever. Long story short, I ended up selling my Crypto Bull for 0.7, which is a great amount of money. I'm in the profit. It's so hard to complain because it's like I made like $1,500, $2,000 worth of profit, which is phenomenal. By the time I got home, though, they were already back at 1 Ethereum, and then I sat there and watched it for 3-4 days climb all the way up to 4 Ethereum. And the guy that I sold mine to sold it for 5 Ethereum 1 week later. So that hurt. That hurt a lot. And that is a true story that happened just a few weeks ago. So all that to be said, Patrick, I totally feel where you're coming from. You should not be depressed. I get it. 1.7, look, as of right now, you're only missing out on zero point 0.2 worth of profit, and it probably will continue to climb. But all that being said, opportunities come and opportunities go. And I don't know if you bought yours at above 1.7 and sold it for a loss. I just saw the first bit of that comment that said rank 42. Adds a little salt to the wound. I hear you, but man, just keep in mind. Yeah, you're gonna pay gas, but we're talking. Look, if I pay 0.005 in gas, aka like $40 worth of gas to make $8,000, I'm gonna do that all day long, 100 times a day. I don't care. Gas is nothing compared to the amount of money that we're talking about. And I only operate in ETH now. I don't even care about USD, to be honest. So when I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make 1.5 worth of Ethereum profit for 0.05 gas, who cares? Yeah, I missed that part, Patrick. I apologize. That sucks. But look, we're so early in NFTs, right? And now you've learned a valuable lesson that, let's hope you and I and anybody else, we don't make that mistake again, right? That's the key here. I don't know how long you've been in the space, but the space itself hasn't really been relevant for much more than a year. And we've already had these crazy opportunities come and go. I guarantee you there's going to be equally as big, if not way bigger, opportunities coming up in this next year. So let it be a lesson learned. Not going to make it the next time. And I guarantee that at some point in the near future, you'll have another opportunity to do extremely well. And that's just how this stuff goes. If you can get a Hate Beast, yeah, let's check it out. I do want to see it because that sounds pretty dope. Oh my gosh. Well, it looks damn good, man. It looks really good. I hear you, man. That's rough. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Oh yeah, Voyager. Low ETH value is not really worth it. It's all relative, isn't it? Like I flipped a Wolfgang NFT this past week, and I made, and I always factor gas into my profits. So when I say I made 0.1, that's 0.1 after I account for the amount of gas I spent purchasing it and selling it. But I doubled my money on a Wolfgang NFT, and it was very low value. I think I paid like 0.14, and I sold it for 0.36. And after gas, I paid maybe 0.04, so I'm still walking away with like 0.12. And yeah, like I spent a lot in gas, but I made 0.12 worth of Ethereum, which is like 400 and something bucks, which is pretty good as far as, to me at least. So but yeah, gas is an issue. And that's why, we need more layer 2 solutions and Ethereum 2.0 and all these things to get rid of that gas. It is just something we have to deal with, right? But yeah, man, this one looks freaking awesome. And I feel you on that. But hopefully you can get in on, one of these amazing ones like Oxio Origins, CO1, CryptoBats, Metroverse, Invisible Friends, Mafia Dogs. Someone just asked me to check out. I'm not endorsing them. We're going to make it interfaces, another really big one. Hate Beast, of course, another really big one. There's just so many. And look, all of the ones that we've just covered, those all are coming out this month. It's 1 month. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Shara? Hey, what's up, Shara? You were here in my last live stream. How you doing? Appreciate you tuning back in. Appreciate all you guys for hanging out with me. I'm doing great. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Anyone want me to check out a project or do anything? I was originally going to be just researching into these and doing some work for a top 5 video I'm going to be coming out with very soon. Top 5 projects, probably for January of 2022 is going to be the gist of the video. So I was just going to do some research into the nitty-gritty details of those projects to make sure, one, they're actually going to be good projects, and then two, to provide you guys with some good information. Deadheads, what's up to Circus? OG follower right here. Deadheads, man. Yeah, I actually spoke about them earlier in this live stream, funnily enough, because it's an older project. It's nothing new. My dog's doing something. Am I still in their Discord? I don't know if I am in their Discord anymore. Oh, wait, yeah, right here. Okay. Patrick, that's awesome. Have you been in the Discord recently and seen how they're going about that? I'm going to come back to Deadheads in just 2 seconds, but Patrick, I want to make sure you know what they're doing with that, because there are going to be like a certain amount of people who don't get the whitelist spot, even if they own both of those. Let's see. So... Hell yeah. Yeah, Patrick. Smash it up. All right, let's see. I wanted to make sure that you saw this information because it would be really unfortunate if you did not see this. Where did I see this? Okay, basically, look, I now we got a couple requests. I'm going to jump over to Deadheads, but Patrick, please go and look in this Discord. Literally yesterday or something like that, they came out and said that basically like per each point, you get like one point for like owning it or something like that. And, you know, there's going to be like 50 to 100 people who own both of them but don't actually get the whitelist spot. Just go and do your research on that, Patrick, because I don't want you to miss out on that whitelist roll, even though you went and bought each of those other two NFTs. So let's check out Deadheads. Oldie is a goldie, dude. Just because it's old does not mean it's not good. There's a lot of really solid old projects. I have not been following them, so I was not aware of the Pastel Club, Undead Pastel Club. But I know that this is a great project, so it doesn't surprise me they're doing something really cool. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. So let's see. What do we got going on? God, so many announcements. Okay, cool, Patrick. Cool. Honestly, that I'm tempted to go and buy a few of those because I really want an Invisible Friends. And honestly, all the NFTs of those three collections look really cool. So if I buy 3 of them, I'm good. So, yeah, I might have to look into that. It sounds like you got them at a good price. Last I checked, they were at like 0.4 point above that. So it sounds like you got them at 0.3, and that was a really good price. So that was a good call in my opinion. Deadheads. Yeah, I'm going to have to just do some digging. There's so much information to cover. With Deadheads. So it's hard to kind of do a summary, but I can tell you my thoughts is that they're a freaking solid ass company, project. They've been doing an awesome job with the videos. I watched them all a little bit ago, and I think they do a really cool job. And they're unique in that they're giving away or they airdrop those green room NFTs and stuff like that. So I think this project is going to always be a really solid one. It's crazy to me. What's so crazy to me is like the numbers. Damn, Patrick. I don't know if I got the money for 3 at 0.8. Shoot. But all right, guys. Well, the wonderful girlfriend is home, so I am going to wrap up this stream. But anyways, Deadhead's just to round it out. Really unique with the videos that they've been putting out. The Green Room, airdropped NFTs. I think the team behind it is serious. They know what they're doing. They've been doing a phenomenal job. So I would say that's a great company. There's only a handful of projects out there that I would say I'd like to hold in the long term. Deadheads is one of them. BioPills is one of them. DeCircus, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about there. BioPills all day long. They're doing such an amazing job. Psychedelics Anonymous is one of the newer ones that I would absolutely hold in the long term. Hate Beast is one that I don't care what happens, I'm never going to be without at least one in my wallet. So just a handful of projects right there that are really solid and really stand out amongst the crowd. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. As always, I'm going to try to do a lot more of these live streams. I post an update on my Twitter profile. If you're not already following, I'll show you. I'll bring it up on the screen right now where you need to follow. This is it. It's NFT Garden or at garden_NFTs. Give me a follow in there. I post out basically when I'm going to be going live and give some updates. I'm going to try to do these live streams a whole lot more. And just to reiterate, we've hit the major goal of 1,000 subscribers. I've done that. Now I need 4,000 hours watched. So please, guys, if you're interested, go and want to support the content, go watch some of my older videos. We need to get this hours streamed up there. So that's what I need. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Feel free to shoot me a message, a DM, YouTube comment, whatever it is. Let me know some projects you want me to check out. And thanks so long for hanging out. Rosie, you're awesome. You've been here from the beginning, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate every single one of you guys that's here with me right now. So yeah, thank you guys again. Hope to hear from you guys soon and see you in my next stream. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you soon.